Hey developers, welcome to DevCovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, Motrix, a full-featured download manager that aims to replace your browser's clunky downloader. It combines a clean, modern user interface with powerful support for HTTP, BitTorrent, and magnet links, creating a unified and elegant solution for all your downloading needs. What if your desktop download manager was more than just a simple tool? What if it was secretly a powerful server-grade engine? There's a project on GitHub doing just that. It reimagines the classic download utility by cleanly separating its user interface from its core engine. This clever design creates a surprisingly versatile tool, one that works just as well for casual users as it does for home server enthusiasts, all from a single codebase. The project is called Motrix, from developer agalwood. It's a full-featured download manager, built to fix the fragmented features and dated interfaces we've come to expect from traditional download tools. And it's getting a lot of attention. On GitHub, it has over 53,000 stars, with more than 300 added just today. The nearly 5,000 forks also show strong developer interest in extending or adapting its unique architecture. For years, managing downloads has been a pretty disjointed experience. The tools built into our browsers are basic, to say the least, and dedicated download managers are often cluttered, tied to one platform, and lack modern features like remote management. Users often find themselves juggling separate apps for direct downloads, BitTorrent files, and command line utilities. For anyone running a home server or a NAS, setting up a reliable 24/7 download service meant dealing with complex scripts and clunky interfaces. Motrix tackles this head-on. It unifies all these functions into one clean application. But more importantly, it separates the download engine from the user interface, allowing it to operate in two very distinct modes. The architecture of Motrix is really its most compelling feature. It's built on a clear, four-layer design. At the very bottom is the battle-tested ARIA 2 download engine. Sitting above that is an engine adapter, which translates commands from the app core. This core layer contains all the business logic for tasks and plugins. And finally, at the top, the renderer layer presents the modern user interface. What makes this separation possible is a custom protocol, the Motrix Download Exchange Protocol, or MDXP. It's built on the standard JSON RPC 2.0, and it allows the core to be controlled by the desktop UI, a command line tool, or even browser extensions with equal ease. Another key insight here is the plugin system. Instead of giving plugins risky direct access, they run inside a secure QuickJS sandbox, which is a lightweight JavaScript engine. This model is a lot like modern browser extensions, requiring plugins to declare their permissions up front. This prevents them from accessing files or the network without the user's consent. The entire structure is built with a modern stack, including React and TypeScript, signaling a real commitment to maintainability and a high-quality user experience. So, how does this work in the real world? In practice, Motrix serves two very different audiences. A casual desktop user gets a beautiful, unified application to manage all their downloads, from HTTP to BitTorrent. The barrier to entry is low. It's a simple install on macOS, Windows, or Linux. But for the advanced user, Motrix really shines as a headless server. By using the official Docker image, which is a system for packaging applications in isolated containers, a user can deploy a 24/7 download service on their home server. They can then manage tasks remotely from any machine, using a web interface or a dedicated command line tool. This is perfect for automation scripts. Community feedback is generally positive. People praise Motrix for its modern user interface and for making the powerful ARIA 2 engine accessible to a wider audience. However, it's not without its critiques. Some users report concerns about its browser integration, noting it can sometimes fail to capture the correct download file. Others feel its plugin ecosystem is still a bit immature when compared to long-standing competitors. They suggest it's a great tool, but maybe not yet a complete replacement for all use cases. And despite its clever design, Motrix does face some potential challenges. Its reliance on a self-maintained fork of the Aria 2 engine creates a long-term maintenance burden. The team has to manage security patches and updates themselves. The project's broad ecosystem, which includes the core app, a command line interface, and browser extensions, also introduces complexity in release coordination. A breaking change in just one component could disrupt the entire system. And finally, as an application built with the Electron framework, it will inherently use more memory and disk space than a purely native alternative would. In the end, Motrix is far more than just another download manager. It is a modular and extensible download platform. It shows how a classic software utility can be fundamentally re-architected for modern needs, elegantly serving both casual desktop users and advanced server administrators from a single, well-designed core.
That's all for today's DevCovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.